Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers: Carly gives in to lust with Joss' life in danger because of Jack? General Hospital spoilers suggest that Carly Spencer has fallen for Jack Brennan, which is a significant move given all of his deception behind her back. Why can't Carly settle with a lovely boy who isn't a serial killer or a double backstabbing agent man? Fans are well aware that Carly's addiction will come back to haunt her. Carly, in her customary rashness, cooled things off with Brennan, claiming they are not compatible. Brennan protested, but Carly does not want to get harmed like she has in the past. Carly doesn't want to be hurt again. Carly is plainly hoping for some indication that Jack is committed to her, and only her. Carly was taken aback when a former fling approached him and flirted with him during a dinner date. Is she out of the woods, or has she fallen so far that there is no way back? The smart money is on the latter option. In the March 13th episode, Carly considers her sentiments and finds she does not want to abandon the excitement that Jack has brought into her life. Carly's next move: will Carly pull a signature move and charge at Brennan with everything she's got? Carly is 100% or nothing, which we believe is one of the reasons Jack likes her. He likes her daughter, Joss Jacks. Of course, Brennan would be overjoyed to have Carly return to him, especially because he can then keep a closer eye on Joss, who is lying to her mother about being a WSB recruit. Can you picture how furious Carly would become when she discovers what Jack has been doing behind her back? Jack is hoodwinking Carly. Heck, since this is a soap opera, Carly may be in bed with the agent when she discovers the truth about his manipulation of Jocelyn. Carly has no idea that Brennan's activities resulted in Jocelyn killing Cyrus Renault and a cover-up in which Jason Morgan was set up. We anticipate that Carly will reassure herself that Brennan is unique and will not break her heart, but there may be tragic news at the end of her voyage. Tell us how you believe she learns about Joss and Jack. General Hospital spoilers: Carly starts connecting the dots, but will she return them to Lulu? According to General Hospital spoilers, Carly Spencer is on the lookout for a trail that might devastate the Quartermaine and Corinthos families. Lulu Spencer just dropped a bombshell on her. Brooklyn Quartermaine had a child with Dante Falconeri as a teenager and gave it up for adoption, all without Dante's knowledge. Carly's wheels are now whirling, trying to piece together clues that could connect this catastrophe to her ex, Sonny Corinthos. She's hooked by the aroma, but will she bring Lulu back in or keep this delicious tea to herself? General Hospital spoilers: Lulu spills the tea from Marty's room. Lulu couldn't keep it in and told Carly about spying in Marty Gray's hotel room and discovering evidence that Brooklyn abandoned Dante's baby years ago. The bombshell hit Carly like a freight train. Dante has a child out there, and Brooklyn has been keeping it close to the vest. Lulu is about to tell Dante, but Carly has that look in her eye that indicates she is not only listening, but also taking notes. GH spoilers: Carly caught Sonny and Lois in the act. Next stop, Sonny's house, where Carly interrupted Lois Cerullo's conversation with the mob boss concerning Giovanni Gio Palmieri. The vibe was all family talk, and Carly's radar went off. Lois is Brooklyn's mother, and Gio has been staying at the Q home. Why is Sonny so comfortable with this conversation? Carly didn't buy it as casual conversation. She knew Sonny too well. Something is brewing, and her gut tells her that Gio is more than just another kid to these two. The dots are aligning, and Carly will not give up as quickly as she tried to convince Lulu to. General Hospital spoilers: a family twist. Carly finds Sonny has been paying for Joe's schooling for years, even when they were married, and he has never said anything. Why is there so much silence? She's furious. Sonny isn't one to throw money about without a reason. Could he know Gio is his grandson, Dante and Brooklyn's child? If Sonny is involved, Carly will not accept this treachery easily. She might investigate more, confronting Sonny or sniffing around Lois, but would she return to Lulu with the whole story, or anybody else, such as Dante? General Hospital spoilers: the explosive truth: 3 mother-daughter relationships in crisis, bonds broken. General Hospital spoilers and updates suggest that 3 mother-daughter relationships are on the verge of failing, forcing us to predict the impending anguish. These familial ties are about to dissolve, so let's see what's in store for the ABC serial. First up, Willow and Nina explode over Drew. To begin with, Willow Corinthos and Nina Reeves' relationship is strained owing to Nina's secret encounters with Drew Quartermaine. Willow will eventually discover that Nina had multiple sexual experiences with Drew but never mentioned them. Willow will undoubtedly feel ashamed and deceived after this news. While Willow has managed to gain Nina's trust, this circumstance could jeopardize their progress. Although Willow may forgive Nina and seek to repair their relationship, it will surely take time to heal the wounds left by this approaching revelation. Second up, Brooklyn and Lois fight over Gio's secret. We must also investigate the intricate mother-daughter relationship between Brooklyn Quartermaine and Lois Cerullo, which is sure to unravel. When the truth about Giovanni Gio Palmieri is exposed, their relationship will have already deteriorated as a result of Lois' decision to remain silent about the baby's gender. Her sharing of adoption information with Martin Gray, which eventually reached Lulu Spencer, left Brooklyn feeling deceived. The main confrontation, however, will take place when Brooklyn realizes that she is Joe's mother and that Lois has been aware of this all along. This discovery may cause Brooklyn to cut ties with Lois over her betrayal, making the road to reconciliation lengthy and difficult for Lois if she wants to rebuild their relationship. Third up, Carly and Jocelyn's bond breaks due to dangerous secrets. Carly Spencer and Jocelyn Jacks find themselves in a precarious predicament as a mother-daughter duo. Jocelyn is fooling Carly about a school vacation to Easter Island, when in reality, she is undergoing WSB training. This is complicated by Jocelyn's existing secrets, such as her role in the assassination of Cyrus Renaud and her agreement to accept Jack Brennan's assistance in covering her tracks. While Carly may eventually target her rage at Brennan, she will definitely be stung by Jocelyn's treachery as well. Fans of GH should expect some heated confrontations when Carly discovers the full depth of Jocelyn's bombshell revelations. General Hospital spoilers, urgency, birthday sweetness, and sexy invitations. Portia Robinson discusses the importance of urgency with Ava Jerome, Kai Taylor celebrates her birthday, and Jack Brennan receives a seductive invitation. Portia and Ava Jerome are attending a surprise birthday celebration for Trina Robinson. Portia turns to Ava, saying that someone must intervene quickly, but is her anxiety about Trina's festivities or the deceitful Drew Quartermaine? Even Ava, who usually stays away from Portia, is growing tired of the congressman's brutal tactics. Thus, what exactly is Portia hinting at? Despite Portia's commitment to support Drew's pediatric effort and accompany him to the forthcoming press conference, tensions are plainly rising. It's clear that someone must put an end to his obsessive desire of power. Stella Henry gives Curtis Ashford some sound advice at Trina's party, and it appears that she is referring to the approaching press conference. Stella used her connections in Washington, D.C., to keep the ambitious lawmaker in check. Curtis reluctantly agreed to Aurora hosting the press event, but he eventually accepted it. When Stella tells Curtis, if you interfere with that, you'll impede her success, she is most likely speaking to Portia. It appears like there is some secret scheming against Drew on the way. Meanwhile, Kai starts a conversation with Trina, asking, what could make tonight feel more like a date? It appears that Kai has taken on the job of making sure Trina arrives at her surprise birthday party. After over a year and a half of mourning, Trina is beginning to recover and is open to new romantic options. She will be surprised to learn what awaits her. Meanwhile, Kai is eager to make her happy. General Hospital spoilers, Willow is a victim for this reason. According to General Hospital spoilers, Willow's behavior stems from events in her past. General Hospital spoilers, Willow is a victim because of this reason. As many GH fans are aware, Willow was a member of the notorious cult Dawn of Day when she first came on the show. During that narrative, it was revealed that Shiloh, a cult member, was the father of her child. While that may have happened several years ago, Willow appears to have been brainwashed and programmed to obey men and authoritarian adults in her life to this day. It's not like she can simply brush it off. She has been like way for years. That explains why her relationship with Drew works. Or at least it works for him. Drew has been sneaking around with Nina and doing the most horrible things. Even if he is caught by Willow, it appears that she will remain by his side. She cannot be persuaded otherwise. It goes without saying that the internet is plenty with opinions on the subject. General Hospital spoilers, what's next for Willow? Some have even noted, honestly, the dumbest part of this story is Willow's infantilization. Her character is completely damaged at this point. I believe it is a matter of getting her alone and talking reason into her. As you mentioned, when people try to point out something about Drew, she gets this look on her face as if she's actually thinking about something. Another fan of the show wrote, someone like Maxie needs to tell Willow what she knows about Nina and Drew in the hopes that she opens her eyes and sees the real Drew. Or she just becomes bored with Drew and cheats on him, as she is known to do in relationships. Willow is so far gone that you can bring her bad news about Drew and she won't believe you. Rick Springfield discovers he has brain damage. Rick Springfield, a General Hospital alum, was recently diagnosed with brain injury as a result of a terrible fall from a concert stage in Las Vegas in 2000. Springfield told People that he recently underwent a whole-body Prenuvo MRI health exam, and the results revealed that he sustained a brain injury during the accident. I fell 25 feet, hit my head, and then came down and hit my head, and then my head hit the stage again, the singer and actor said. I thought I had just broken my wrist, but on the scan, I discovered that I have some brain damage from the fall, so I'm working on trying to repair that. Springfield, 75, described his lifestyle to the outlet, stating that he stays healthy by abstaining from alcohol 2 years ago, exercising daily, and eating a mostly pescatarian diet. The comprehensive Prenuvo screening can detect medical conditions such as cancer and other diseases, providing people with a proactive approach to their health, which Springfield said he appreciates because he's the opposite of the type of person who doesn't want to know what's wrong with them. Noting that his father died after putting off medical care, Springfield shared, "My dad died from not wanting to know. He suspected he had stomach cancer for years but never had it checked out. When he slumped at home one day, they discovered that it was an ulcer that had burst, and he died as a result of blood loss. It could have been rectified if he had gotten it checked out." His father's untimely death was a tremendous message, Springfield continued. If you want to live long, you have to be prepared for some bad news now and then. Springfield, the singer behind iconic 80s hits Jesse's Girl and Don't Talk to Strangers, is best known to GH fans for his time in Port Charles as Emma's grandfather, Dr. Noah Drake, which he first played from 1981 to 83. He repeated the role from 2005 to 2007, when Noah reconnected with his estranged kids, Patrick and Matt. Springfield returned briefly for additional visits in the summer of 2009, March 2012, and the 2013 Nurses' Ball. He also appeared in the soap's 60th anniversary primetime special in 2024. Carly Spencer had always been a woman who fought for her goals. She was strong-willed, fiercely independent, and never let a man define her. She had experienced enough grief to know when something, or someone, wasn't right. Nonetheless, she had welcomed Jack Brennan into her universe. Perhaps it was the excitement of trying something new, or the appeal of a man who kept secrets like a second skin. But as time went, the shadows around Brennan grew thicker, and the truth about who he was became impossible to deny. Brennan has always walked a tight line between charming and manipulative in his relationships. He understood precisely what to say, how to turn a phrase, and how to draw Carly in just enough before retiring behind yet another strategically erected wall. But Carly had seen and lost too much to continue falling for a game like that. The truth had a way of surfacing in Port Charles, and it was never pleasant. Brennan had played a role in Jocelyn Jack's dangerous descent. She had landed in that cabin, a place she never should have been, and the outcome was irreversible. Cyrus Renault lay dead in her hands. Instead of protecting her, Brennan had drawn Joss into something much riskier. He was pulling her toward the WSB, a life that had the potential to devour her whole. It was the one thing Carly could never forgive. She had already lost Morgan Corinthos to violence and spent far too many nights terrified for Michael's survival. Michael was now across the seas, fighting for his life in a German facility, his body and psyche bearing the scars of a world he was born into but never fully chose. And now Brennan had ventured to drag Jocelyn into the same hazardous stream. The ultimate betrayal. The worst part wasn't what Brennan did, but how he did it. Even while he twisted her daughter, framed Jason Morgan for crimes he didn't do, and engineered the pandemonium that now enveloped her, Brennan smiled at Carly. Had continued to whisper nice words and play the role of the patient, dedicated man. That was not love. That was control. Carly had battled too hard for her freedom to fall into this trap. She had stepped away from sunny Corintho's world for a purpose. She had chosen a different route, one that did not leave her vulnerable to dangerous individuals who saw love as leverage. Brennan was no different. A clean break, a new beginning this time. Carly wouldn't be duped. She had spent years figuring out the difference between love and illusion, and Brennan was nothing more than another expertly designed fake. She would walk away the instant his secrets were revealed, the moment the final piece of the puzzle fit together. And once she did, she would not look back. Because Carly Spencer was not a woman who accepted second chances with those who did not deserve them. Alexis Davis was never one to be easily spooked. A lifetime of dealing with Port Charles's power intrigues and betrayals had sharpened her instincts, and she had long since stopped allowing her Cassadine heritage to define her. So when she received an unexpected invitation to Windmere, she hesitated. Jen Sidwell now had the deed to Spoon Island, and the deal was completed quietly. Alexis was relieved to be rid of the property, since she had no wish to be bound by her ancestors' deteriorating heritage. However, this invitation was different. It persisted. Demanding, even. It would have been simple for Sidwell to meet her in town, either at her office or for coffee at the Metro Court. Instead, he insisted on Windmere. That was enough to set off alarm bells in Alexis' head. A mystery meeting. The message was brief. Sidwell claimed to have urgent business that required her attention. But Alexis knew better than to take it at face value. She'd met too many men who hid their genuine intentions behind cleverly crafted phrases. The last time Sidwell recommended she visit the estate, he was strangely pushy, insisting she see the so-called improvements he had done. She had declined, unwilling to revisit the demons of the past. So, why ask again? There was no legal need to involve her. Sidwell already owned the island. He didn't need her advice, and if he had, he could have hired a number of lawyers. No, it was about something else totally. A hidden agenda. As Alexis examined the invitation, an unsettling notion occurred. What if Sidwell wasn't simply a wealthy stranger who happened upon the Cassadine property? What if he had a greater relationship to his family? There had been whispers and speculation among those who followed the complicated Cassadine story. Some thought Sidwell could be more than he claimed, a long-lost relative with unfinished business. Others suggested that he had been wronged by the Cassadines in the past and was waiting patiently for his reckoning. Whatever the reality was, Alexis was aware that if she returned to Spoon Island, she would face a situation she didn't fully understand. Curiosity conflicted with caution. She'd spent years separating herself from the Cassadine tradition, trying to be more than just a name associated with a family of schemers and madmen. She had created a life for herself, a career that stood on its own. Still, something about Sidwell's invitation bothered her. Would she go? Logic advised her to decline. There were too many unresolved questions, too many factors outside her control. But instinct told her there was something vital here, something that needed her attention. If Sidwell had a hidden motivation, she needed to discover it before it was too late. The past had a habit of resurfacing unexpectedly. As Alexis stared at the invitation in her hands, she realized she might be forced to confront it. Frank Valentini bans General Hospital stars from Kelly Monaco's podcast. The last thing he needs right now is for someone to spark a revolution. There is widespread talk among soap fans that Frank Valentini may restrict General Hospital stars from appearing on Kelly Monaco's new podcast, Bad Bunnies. Frank Valentini has banned General Hospital stars from Kelly Monaco's podcast because he does not want anyone to discuss what may or may not have transpired between Kelly and the show's producers when she was sacked last summer. Not only that, but Frank Valentini doesn't want the world to know what's going on behind the scenes of the popular ABC serial. He is aware that Kelly is close friends with many of her former co-stars and is concerned that her podcast may result in more turmoil off-screen than what fans are accustomed to seeing on screen in Port Charles. But Kelly is promising to deliver, especially with all of the General Hospital tea. She recently posted on her Instagram, unfiltered, untamed, unapologetic. We're bringing you Hollywood secrets, outrageous anecdotes, pop culture gossip, and straight talk. Nothing is off limits. General Hospital news. What's next for Kelly Monaco? Many of her followers reacted to her question. I remember when you were in Port Charles. I would love to hear what that time in your life was like. Are you still friends with Steve Burton? Kristen Storms? Do any of them contact you at all? Another reader said, please tell us what occurred after you left GH and the truth about Frank's poison. Do not hold back on anything. Tell us why you were fired and why you were treated so badly. We know what happened. You don't owe them anything anymore, Kelly. Kelly Monaco hasn't said anything else about the situation, but there's no doubt that she's had a lot of people scared about what she'll do next. This is about to get really juicy. Urgent requests, birthday surprises, and sizzling invitations. Urgent requests. Portia and Ava Jerome appear to be attending a surprise birthday celebration for Trina Robinson. Portia mentions to Ava that someone needs to do something quickly, but is this an urgent request for Trina's party or Drew Quartermaine? Even Ava is upset by the ruthless congressman and his power plays, but, since Ava and Portia have never been close, what exactly is Portia asking? Even though Portia agreed to Drew's pediatric initiative and to accompany him to the press presentation, things are clearly heating up. But someone needs to put an end to his power grabs. Stella Henry delivers solid counsel to Curtis Ashford during Trina's party during the General Hospital episode. It sounds like she's also talking about the press conference. It was Stella who found a friend in DC to put the cutthroat congressman in his place, while Curtis somewhat unwillingly consented to Aurora having the press conference. Stella is most likely referring to Portia when she warns Curtis, if you get in the way of that, you're going to hinder her success. It sounds like there will be some behind-the-scenes plotting against Drew. Birthday surprises. Speaking of Trina's birthday, Kai asks her, what would make tonight feel more date-like? It appears that Kai is in charge of ensuring Trina's attendance for her surprise birthday celebration. After nearly a year and a half of sorrow, Trina is finally contemplating other love choices. Trina will be startled when she discovers what is going on, and Kai is eager to help make her happy. So, who is the real Emma Scorpio Drake? Across town, General Hospital spoilers indicate that Gio Palmieri will be with Emma Scorpio Drake, who made quite an impression at the Quartermaine tomb. She called Drew to task on social media and made it go viral when he arrested Tracy Quartermaine. Gio and Emma sat on lawn chairs and stood vigil over the crypt for a while, talking and getting to know each other better. During a preview clip for the show, Gio notices Emma's unusual smile and wonders who the real Emma is. Is she finally revealing her sweet side? In other news, Lulu Spencer smiles as she calls someone during the performance, adding, I have a little surprise for you. Is it Dante Falconeri or Laura Collins? Considering Rocco Falconeri is with Christina Corinthos Davis at Sonny Corinthos' house in a clip for tomorrow's preview, those appear to be the only two alternatives. We know the surprise is Charlotte Cassadine, who happily welcomed her mother's embrace after Anna Devane and Jason Morgan flew her home. But why is Rocco with Christina, since his sister has just returned? General Hospital spoilers reveal that after a conversation with Maxie Jones on Thursday's episode, Carly Spencer decides to make a sizzling invite. As Jack arrives at her door, he says, what type of person are you? She smiles and embraces him, saying, stick around to find out. It appears like Jack Lee may finally be hitting the sheets after a long and slow burn. But perhaps the situation should be inverted, with her asking him what kind of person he is. Sonny Corinthos' confession returning to Christina, she is with Rocco when they arrive at Sonny's, who has lately moved into Valentine Cassadine's former home. Rocco appears perplexed as Christina inquires, what's going on, Dad? General Hospital teasers indicate that Sonny will make a confession, but what could this be about? Christina wants answers, and it appears that Rocco does too. But why isn't Rocco reconnecting with his sister rather than being taken by Christina to Sonny's? 6 shocking General Hospital secrets that will change everything in Port Charles. General Hospital spoilers and updates show that at least 6 big secrets remain to be revealed on the ABC soap. These startling disclosures are about to rock Port Charles to its core. Let's look at the future surprises and guess on how the drama will play out. Willow Corinthos is about to find out about Drew Quartermaine and Nina Reeves' affair. Nina is plotting to bring Drew down, but her actions could have serious personal consequences. If Nina convinces Willow to break up with Drew, what's to stop him from revealing their secret rendezvous and compromising Nina's relationship with Willow? Willow will be enraged and heartbroken no matter how she uncovers the things Nina and Drew have been keeping hidden all along. The mother and daughter's fragile friendship will undoubtedly be challenged, but there's a high probability that the truth will out. Sidwell's agenda revealed now. Let's look into Jen Sidwell's motivations, as this new opponent is certainly more complicated than first appears. Is there a hidden connection between Sidwell and the Cassadine family, or is he a longtime enemy of theirs? Fans of GH will soon discover the actual purpose for Sidwell's coming in Port Charles and his plot to blame Alexis Davis for a crime she did not commit. As the plot progresses, big disclosures concerning Sidwell are on the way. The reveal of Joe's birth parents causes chaos when the complete tale about Giovanni Gio Palmieri's true genealogy is revealed. It is expected to cause chaos and upset many lives. Lulu Spencer has reluctantly decided to remain silent about the adopted kid that Brooke Lynn Quartermaine is hiding from Dante Falconeri. However, her determination may fade in the future, as Brooke Lynn and Harrison Chase discover via their own investigation. If Lulu connects the dots and discovers that Gio is Dante's child with Brooke Lynn, she may expose the entire affair. Gio may believe that his entire existence has been a deception, and Brooke Lynn may despise her mother and grandma for concealing the truth. Jason Morgan is presently pretending to be the father of Sasha Gilmore Corbin's child, but how long can they keep this up? Eventually, it will be revealed that Michael Corinthos is the biological father. The issue remains, how and when will this revelation occur? It wouldn't be shocking if Willow overhears something that raises her suspicions and brings her closer to the truth. This could lead to a dispute that causes Sasha's early labor. Regardless of how everything plays out, with Michael's child on the way, Willow will surely face explosive consequences once she discovers this stunning revelation. The identity of the person responsible for the explosion at Sonny Corinthos' penthouse remains unknown, allowing viewers to speculate who it could be. The show may surprise viewers by presenting Drew as the murderer, especially if they plan to build a dark whodunit story around him. However, if it turns out to be another villain, Sonny will still be able to wreak his revenge once the truth is out. When Sonny realizes who the offender is and prepares to react, expect him to unleash his violent mafia boss demeanor. Even Jason believed Sidwell when he stated he wasn't, so who could it possibly be? Brennan's deception of Jocelyn exposed Jack Brennan's web of falsehoods about Jocelyn. Jax will finally unravel. In the following episodes, Carly Spencer will examine her emotions and is likely to reignite her romance with Brennan. However, the clock will begin to click on their love as Brennan's hidden realities about Jocelyn threaten to emerge. With the continued commotion surrounding Cyrus Renaud and Jocelyn's training at the WSB, Carly is bound to lose her cool when she discovers all the secrets Brennan has been holding about her daughter. GH spoilers, Adrian Anchando's mysterious Marco debuts. Mark your calendars. Marco could be Lucas Jones' new love interest. Adrian Anchando did audition with Van Hansis, implying that Marco will be Lucas' new romantic interest. Marco is set to capture Lucas' attention and possibly assist him in moving on from Brad Cooper. However, the question remains, can this enigmatic figure be trusted? In a recent interview with TV Insider, Anchando provided some intriguing indications. Marco appears to have a darker side, even as he develops genuine feelings for Lucas. I really connected with the character, he said. And I feel like I've been portraying a lot of good characters turning bad or bad characters turning good, so I believe this role fits me perfectly, Anchando added. Marco may walk the delicate line between good guy and bad guy. This implies that Marco may walk the delicate line between hero and villain following his introduction. A recently released image shows Marco in Windermere, hinting at a possible connection to Jen Sidwell. May Marco be Sidwell's son? Given the circumstances, that seems very likely. Natalia Ramirez has acknowledged having a son named Eloy from a previous marriage, a skilled musician who disappointed his mother by abandoning music. Eloy could be Marco, especially given Natalia's amorous past with Sidwell. Marco is a lawyer. He may or may not be Sidwell, and Natalia's son Marco is a lawyer, but Natalia may believe that his musical gifts are being wasted, despite his impressive career path. However, Marco may be a completely different person. Given Sidwell's history of partnerships, this may be Marco's son from a previous relationship, or a younger sibling. Regardless, fans are looking forward to Adrian Anchando's debut in the episode airing on March 13th. Lucas will have the opportunity to meet Marco, which will most likely result in immediate chemistry between them. Lucas may find himself passionately attracted to Marco and begin to envisage a future together, but Marco's secret realities may complicate matters. Lucas was unable to reconcile with Brad Cooper after he confessed to using Portia Robinson to falsify Heather Weber's records. Marco's secrets are likely to be considerably deeper and darker than Brad's, particularly if he is Sidwell's son or younger sibling. But if Marco is anything like Sidwell, he'll be able to keep his secrets better. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.